On Sunday Night Football, the Packers beat the Saints 37-20. And look, the Packers were very good. Aaron Rodgers, their quarterback, is awesome. They run the ball well. The Packers' defense is good. I feel very, very good about the Packers this year. But my main takeaway from this game is about Drew Brees. And I want to be very, very clear. I love Drew Brees. I read his book, Coming Back Stronger. My two favorite quarterbacks from when I was a kid were Tom Brady and Drew Brees. I grew up loving them and watching them. And I'm not trying to be inflammatory or cause controversy. I just want to be clear. My actual opinion here is that after watching that game against the Packers, my immediate thought was, I believe this is Drew Brees' final year in the NFL. I think he's going to retire after this year. I know people see Drew Brees kind of like a football god, and so we're careful to we kind of tiptoe around the truth with him. And he's awesome. He's a Hall of Famer. Again, loved him growing up. I love Drew Brees a lot. He changed New Orleans forever. He helped them. You know, the book Coming Back Stronger, if you haven't read it, it's incredible. And I know that another thing, you know, in defense of Drew Brees, right, the Saints are missing Michael Thomas at receiver, who is arguably, and a lot of people would say he is definitively the best receiver in the NFL. Yes, for sure. Having Michael Thomas out hurts Drew Brees. But there are times where Drew Brees is sitting in the pocket and he looks downfield, he can see a receiver open, and yet he doesn't throw the ball because he doesn't have the confidence that he can complete that pass downfield. And in the NFL, if your receiver beats a man by 1 or 2 steps, that's open by a lot. I mean, that's wide open. And the ball's got to be thrown. If your defender's down the left sideline, beating your man by a step or 2, you got to throw him the ball. And there are moments where 4 years ago, Drew Brees would have thrown that ball and pulled the trigger on those throws. And the reality is, through the first couple games of the year for the New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees has been the limiting factor for the Saints offense. It's painful. It's harsh. But Drew knows it, and defenses are starting to realize that too. They're saying teams are daring New Orleans to throw the ball vertically, and they can't because their quarterback, unfortunately, seems to not have the physical ability to do that. It's a painful, harsh reality. But because of that, and I think honestly, like for Drew Brees, it cannot be fun. If you're Drew Brees and you know guys are open and there are throws you should be making and yet you don't think you can, I don't think he's having a good time. I mean, it's got to feel terrible to feel like I need to do that and I physically cannot. I am the thing holding my team back. That's why I think it's Drew Brees' final year, is he understands, like, yeah, I'm good for the team. Yeah, I'm a good leader. I do this, I do that. But there's a point when you realize as a player, I'm not capable of what I used to be capable of anymore. And that's the point Drew Brees has finally hit. And that is why I believe it's Drew Brees' final year in the NFL.